Welcome to EFM's 3 p.m. News. I am your presenter, Naressa Bostwick. On the local scene, the prize-giving ceremony of the 2024 National Lotteries Authority (NLA) 9 Mornings Christmas Festival will take place tomorrow, January 18th from 9:30 a.m. at the Peace Memorial Hall in Kingstown. At the ceremony, prizes will be distributed to the various zonal and national winners in the national competition, Best Lit Community, and Best Lit Private House. There will also be distribution of prizes for the Best Lit Garden, Best Lit Nativity Scene, and Best Lit Commercial Building. The winners of the much-anticipated Most Popular Local Christmas Song and the digital Bring Your Song and Come competition will also be announced. Addresses will be delivered by Honorable Carlos James, Minister of Tourism, Civil Aviation, Sustainable Development and Culture, and representatives of the major sponsors, the National Lottery Authority and the St. Vincent Electricity Services Limited (VINLEC). The NLA 9 Mornings Christmas Festival was held from December 16th to 24th, 2024. The government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines welcomes the decision by U.S. President Joseph R. Biden to remove the Republic of Cuba from the United States list of state sponsors of terrorism. In a statement, the government said these actions mark a significant step towards restoring justice and fairness in international relations. It noted that for decades, the Republic of Cuba has demonstrated its commitment to peace, solidarity, and cooperation globally, particularly in the Caribbean and Latin America. The government said the designation as a state sponsor of terrorism was unjust and unwarranted, failing to reflect the Republic of Cuba's invaluable contributions to regional and global development. While this action is an important step, it also calls for the reversal of all the punitive measures imposed between 2017 and 2023, which would go a long way towards enabling the government of the Republic of Cuba to provide for the basic needs of its over 10 million citizens. St. Vincent and the Grenadines has consistently advocated for the removal of the illegal and unjust sanctions and embargoes against the Republic of Cuba, including through resolutions at the United Nations General Assembly. Her Excellency Ms. Inga Runda King, Permanent Representative of St. Vincent and the Grenadines to the United Nations, has been appointed to serve as co-facilitator for an open and transparent consultative process for the ministerial declaration of the high-level segment of the 2025 session of the United Nations Economic and Social Council and High-Level Political Forum. Ambassador King has been appointed to serve alongside the permanent representative of Czechia to the United Nations. Additionally, for 2025, Ambassador King will lead alongside the permanent representative of Luxembourg an intergovernmental process to prepare for a comprehensive review of the progress achieved in the prevention and control of non-communicable diseases and the promotion of mental health and well-being in accordance with General Assembly Resolution 73/2 of 10 October 2018. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Foreign Trade and Consumer Affairs congratulates and wishes Her Excellency Inga Runda King all the best in co-facilitating the high-level segments of the 2025 session of the United Nations. 4 types of cancer have been identified by the Ministry of Health here for immediate increased action during 2025. These cancers are colorectal, cervical, breast, and prostate cancer. Minister of Health Sinclair Jimmy Prince, during his contribution to the 2025 budget debate on Thursday, January 16th, said those 4 cancers are among the leading causes of mortality in this country.
Cervical cancer is by and large preventable, and I know the officials in the ministry will launch a cervical cancer program very, very soon because they are of the view that this is a problem in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We know that most cases of cervical cancer is attributable to human papillomavirus, and we are now in advanced discussions with some partners, including PAHO and the University of Miami, about expanding cervical screening program to include HPV testing, among other things. Access to HPV testing will be made free of cost to the population, the same way dialysis is provided free of cost. If we want people to do what we want them to do, we have to give them incentive.
That was Minister of Health Sinclair Jimmy Prince. In original news, Barbados Parliament has passed the landmark Rights of Persons with Disabilities Act, designed to address education, job security, protection against abuse, and transport for people with disabilities. The newly enacted legislation was developed through extensive town hall and open discussions facilitated by the National Committee for the Improvement of Lives of Persons with Disabilities. It is based on the resolution, National Policy for Improving the Lives of Persons with Disabilities, which the committee submitted to ministers last year. Senator Andwele Boyce, a member of the disabled community, expressed his full support for the new law while speaking in the upper house on Wednesday. He expressed particular interest in the education sector, which he believes has long needed revamping to better serve people living with disabilities. The leadership of the 25,000-strong Jamaica Teachers Association, JTA, has thrown its backing behind the School is Not a Fashion Runway response by Education Minister Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon on the vexatious subject of student hair grooming styles. Speaking at Wednesday's post-cabinet press briefing at Jamaica House in St. Andrew, Morris-Dixon said while grooming in schools remains a contentious issue, the country has to balance order, an issue with which it struggles as a nation, and has to ensure that order is maintained in our educational institutions. In acknowledging that students desire to express themselves in different ways, through hair, dress, or otherwise, the education minister said the key thing we know is that school is not a fashion runway. School is a place of learning, and for us, our focus is on ordered learning in our schools. Speaking with the Jamaica Observer on Thursday, JTA President Dr. Mark Smith said Morris-Dixon's stance was a balanced one. And finally, the news at this hour, U.S. President Joe Biden today commuted the sentences of nearly 2,500 people convicted of nonviolent drug offenses in what the White House called the largest single-day act of clemency in U.S. history. Those whose sentences were commuted were serving disproportionately long sentences compared to what they would receive today, Biden said in a statement. According to AFP News, he called the move an important step toward righting historic wrongs, correcting sentencing disparities, and providing deserving individuals the opportunity to return to their families. With this action, I have now issued more individual pardons and commutations than any president in U.S. history, Biden said, adding that he may issue further pardons before he hands over power to President-elect Donald Trump on Monday. Biden commuted the sentences of nearly 1,500 people and pardoned 39 others last month. This has been WeFM's 3 p.m. News. I have been your presenter, Naressa Bostwick. Do join us at 5:30 when we will bring you our next newscast.